Hey, let's go somewhere fun. Let's see where AAA can take us. Let's go get stuck in the sand. Let's go sleep under the stars. Let's go for dinner and a show. No kids. And let's go stay at a hotel for less. Okay, let's bring the kids. But first, let's get this fixed.
With 24/7 roadside assistance, trip planning, hotel discounts, and more, you're always ready to go. AAA, your membership to go.
ABC 7 Mornings. Join us weekdays starting at 5.
From ABC 7, live breaking news.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get to the hockey coverage in just a moment, but Larry Beal, Chris Alvarez, Casey Pratt, we have really sad news to pass along tonight, and that is the passing of the great Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays, who was gone at the age of 93 due to heart failure. And anybody that met Willie Mays has a story about him. We all have experiences, and so we'll convey some of those in the next few minutes. But just such a loss. There are certain figures in sports. There's a lot of sports stars. Willie Mays was larger than life. And he was not just to the San Francisco Giants fans in that community, but really worldwide. And, to lose him is just so sad. A couple of days before there was going to be a game in Birmingham honoring him. You're going to be on a flight to Birmingham tomorrow.
Yeah, he's an icon. I think that's the best way to put Willie Mays. And I will be traveling to Birmingham now, and we talk about the game that they're going to honor Willie Mays in the Negro Leagues. He was 93 years old, and the history of where Willie's from and where he played and where his kind of career started. So we'll be there in a couple of days. I'll be traveling tomorrow. The game's on Thursday against the St. Louis Cardinals. But we talk about some of the stories. I was just reminded of one. I was at the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame just a month ago, and Willie Mays was on the minds and thoughts of everyone, and we all sang happy birthday to Willie Mays, and that was supposed to be sent to him, and he couldn't be there. But I didn't ever get to personally meet Willie Mays, but being a Giants fan growing up, I have a story. I went to the ballpark in 21, and we celebrated Willie Mays' birthday. He came around on the convertible, and I was with my dad and my mom, and that was the pandemic time, so it was limited fans, and I remember looking at my dad and he had tears in his eyes because Willie is just that kind of transcendent player for someone that watched him play, and he's well missed, and he's done so many things off the field too. It's not just a baseball with the serving and what he did for the community. He's definitely missed, but a long-lived life for Willie Mays.
Yeah, Willie Mays certainly one of a kind. And Casey, I know your dad probably, watched Willie just like, that older generation thinking, wow, what a player. But he was so much more than just arguably the greatest baseball player of all time, 660 home runs, where you get 24 All-Star game appearances, all of that. But it doesn't really encapsulate who the man is. The man was just losing a gigantic figure.
Yeah, he's a giant figure, and everybody in the Giants organization, a lot of the fans too, have these Willie Mays stories, and we'll share some of them as we go. I know you have a wonderful one as well, but the number 24 is synonymous with Giants baseball. That was Willie Mays' number. He's a 24-time All-Star, one of the greatest of all time, and it's not just what he did in between the lines that makes him the legend and the beloved figure that he is. Willie Mays started in New York. He then moved with the Giants to San Francisco. He picked up a following on both coasts, coast to coast. He was a national treasure. This is a guy that served 2 years in the military, came back, won the MVP the next year, the World Series the next year. Willie Mays, an absolute legend, an icon, and he won the 2015 Presidential Medal of Freedom when he was awarded it by Barack Obama. So this is a guy that goes way beyond baseball, you guys.
Absolutely. And I want to clarify because it is a little bit confusing. Willie was a 24-time All-Star, but he played 22 seasons in Major League Baseball, and they just recently added the Negro League statistics. That made it 23. How do we get to 24? Because they had multiple All-Star games back then. So that's just clearing up any confusion that might be wondering about, because the math is the math. Let's look back right now on the life and times of Willie Mays.